Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. A beautiful fake. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Brees now. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And Gibbs got it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off. Hey, kill. Let's kill.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And down inside the 15 he goes. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the edge. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Prescott from the gun on third. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 16 yards, a first down.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Third and long for Prescott, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, we finish off the first quarter of the season with an AFC North battle from the Steel City. The Bengals and the Steelers kickoff scheduled for 8:15 Eastern. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong. You're good. Right forward, ready. Three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
56, Mike, 56.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jameis Olawale, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
3rd and 4.
Ready? 5-9.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Ready. Yellow waiting. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Show it up.
Breeze to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 24. Now Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Throwing, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Third down. 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Here we go, 47. 54.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
10th carry now for Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Prescott to throw it. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, kill.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, switch gears. Sammy! 20 seconds.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Double dog, that's the way.
They run it again with Kamara. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Breeze looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Sherrill's on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 48 right now. Let's go. Not here. He's checking. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 1, Prescott. And it's incomplete.
Prescott's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw is Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, and now it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
There you go. 56 is the mic. 47. 56 the mic, boy. 56. 56.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Prescott. Forced out to his left. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. This is Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my brother.